August 3rd, 2021.
It was just a day that I'll never forget.
I only remember being in Melanie Meadows' office.
Teresa was in there, and they were having a conversation, and we were talking and stuff, and I left and went to the break room.
And we were talking about coverage for a judge that was going to be out, and then I don't remember anything after that.
I mean, 20 seconds, Trish came calling, Teresa's on the floor. She's out. So I went in there and she was laying on her face down.
I saw another deputy in there, was standing there at the doorway saying, hey, she's in here. And I went in there and I saw somebody laying face down on the ground.
He rolled her over.
So I rolled her over, moved her head over her face.
As soon as I called for assistance, everyone came running.
We went in there and she was just laying on the floor and she wasn't moving, wasn't breathing.
I checked for a pulse on her and there's no pulse on her whatsoever. I said to Jeff, I said, hey, I don't have a pulse on her. Took the other side just to make sure I'm not missing something. I said, no, there's no pulse, Jeff. And he goes, she's not breathing either. And he looked at me, looked at him, and said, when you start CPR.
Her face was blue. She was already blue, and her lips was blue and everything. So it's pretty frantic.
Deputies Lacouf and Gilman were already doing CPR when I got there, and they were working on her, so we just went right into save mode.
But I just stayed quiet, stayed calm. I know they brought an AED in. I know I remember attaching one of the pads to the side.
When we didn't get a pulse, we attached the AED. It said, shock advised, so we cleared everybody, shocked her, and immediately went back to doing CPR.
They had already placed the pads on her. Deputy Johnson at that time was doing CPR when I got there. He was doing the chest compressions. I went over, got the BVM out of the bag, and that's the little device that you put oxygen into that actually does CPR for you. You just squeeze the bulb, and then that's where I stepped in. I did that for the entire duration.
And we just kept on working on her until EMS arrived with advanced care. We actually shocked her twice before they got there, and then they shocked her twice more once they got there, and then they brought her back before they left the building.
Ventricular tachycardia is what they called it, which was just a electrical issue with my heart. My heart rate, from what they tell me, spiked, and so my heartbeat got off, and then it just stopped. But then my next visual memory is in the hospital when I was going into the operating room. They did surgery and they put, I guess it's like an AED, it's defibrillator and a pacemaker. So I have that implant now. My heart is healthy. I mean, there's no heart disease.
CPR starts it, but the AED, of course, is, very important. Because, shocking the heart, trying to get it moving again and getting the rhythm back. It's extremely important.
Those machines are crucial. They're very vital. Every minute counts in those situations.
But to have it right there, we can use it right now, where you can do CPR and if needed, shock, to buy that person time, to help to bring them back, paramount.
If we didn't have it, I hate to say it, but I don't think she probably wouldn't be alive today.
I know that a lot of time passed before rescue got there, and if someone wasn't there working on me and keeping my heart going and the blood flowing, that I wouldn't be here to tell the story. So.
PulsePoint Respond is a 911 connected mobile app that can inform you of emergencies occurring in your community.
PulsePoint app is designed to help individuals determine when there's an event going on close to you. It'll send you an alert to let you know if you're CPR trained and are willing to respond to instances where someone's in cardiac arrest. PulsePoint AED, it shows a satellite map of the location, and it actually shows a picture of the device hanging on the wall.
If the situation pops up, just hit your app, tell you exactly where to go to get the machines. It's vital.
To be able to locate it quickly, time is life.
This app's important because it's intended to save lives, to try to get that initial first response, to administer life-saving measures to get that process in motion while fire and EMS is on the way.
If you have any loved ones who have any issues, both my parents have medical issues, I probably would have loved to have an app to know where AED was readily available.
PulsePoint app, it's free. It's just an extra step to try to get that life-saving measures in place while help's on the way.
Become familiar with an AED though. I really believe, what the CPR and the AED saved Teresa's life.
I'm very grateful that they were there. I'm sorry. I would not be here today if it weren't for them.
Anyone of any age can learn how to do CPR and save a life.